that characteristics of the periods and that of characteristics of group. Yeah. Uh, so let's start. This is the periodic table. Yes, I'm going to revise again. So see, today that's a very less you have to write. First know about all the points. Yeah, see in the screen first. Uh, you can see there's a modern periodic table in screen. In modern periodic table, we have a 7 period and 18 group. Yes, 7 period, the horizontal row. That's we have a 7 horizontal row, which is we call period, and we have a 18 vertical column, which are we call group. You can see here, these are the group. Yes, this group is again divided into two categories, A and B. So if you see in periodic table there, A, IA, IIA, there I third A like this one, and here's a B group. Yes, so in the periodic table, the group are divided into A and B group. Yes, keep in mind that 18 group are divided into A and B group. There A group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah? And this inert one, keep in mind that this inert also we call zero group or BIIIA group. Keep in mind. Yeah? If we consider this inert gas as a BIIA group, then there is a group is 8-1. And other is a B group, this middle one. See here, the blue one is a B group. It contains 7 B group, yes, and one is BIII third. If you consider this as also B group, there's a 1, 2, 3. 3 group in BIII1. So altogether there's a and B group. Yes, in periodic table. And downward you can see the 2 row. These 2 row we will call lanthanide and actinide. So before going to read about the characteristics of period and group, we will just read about this one. Yes. So here the A group, keep in mind that the A group is we call representative element. Yeah. The A group member are we call representative elements, and the B group along with BIII, this is we call transition element. Yeah, this is we call transition element, and the downward 2 row is we call lanthanide and actinide. Yeah, so again I am going to say, in the periodic table there's a 7 period 18 group. Here for the periods no necessary about that, but in case of group we have to know some finds which is very important. In a 18 group it is divided into what? 4 categories. One that what? A group, another B group, another zero or inert gas group, which is also lies in A group, BIIIA. And the last one is BIII. Yes, this is neither B nor A. So these 3 row, 3 group are we call BIII. Yeah? And the 2 row you will gain below the periodic table, that is we call lanthanide and actinides. Yeah. Now, between A and B group, this A group are we call what? Representative elements. And the middle this B group is we call transition element. Yeah. And the downward we call lanthionide and actinide. Yeah. And in here, keep in mind that we will mainly focus on representative elements, not in transition element. Just we will take an introduction of transition element, but we will read detailedly about the representative elements. So there's we have a representative elements. How many are? This IA group, IIA group, IIA, IIA group, IVA group, VA group, BIA group, BIIA group, and this zero group. This is we call representative elements, and we will read detailedly about this one. And this B group transition will just take an introduction of this one, and lanthionide and actinide also will take just introduction only. So in next point I have given what are the representative elements, what are the transition elements, and what are the lanthanides and actinides. So here about the representative elements. Now you can see clearly in here, the elements belong to IA, to BIIA and O group, that is zero group, or in numbering here 1, 2, yes, and 13, 18 are, sorry, this is not 13, 18, I think. That's it. 13 to 18. In number, that is 13 to 18. These are 1, 2, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Are we call representative or normal elements. You have read 1 to 20 elements name. They all are which one? All are representative elements. So that representative normal elements only we read in here. Data transition element. So the outermost shell of this element may be incomplete, but inner shell is completely filled with electron. This point is very important. Keep in mind that this point differentiate the representative and that of the what? Transition element. You have already done electronic configuration. Yes. In that electronic configuration, the outermost shell may be incomplete, but inner is completely filled. Yeah? Like for example, I'm going to do a one that's a electronic configuration. Like here, I'm going to do about the NA. We have done this one. Yes. What will come first? 1s square. After then 2s square. 2p
P6 power 6.
And after then which one will come?
3s2. 3s2.
3s1. Yes. Now,
yes.
This is the penultimate cell. See in mind, a seed one. This is very important in transition element. You may confuse, so I'm making you clearly in here one. Here, this is a penultimate what? Cell. That means inner cell are completely filled or not? Completely filled, but outer may not. Yes, outer may completed or may not. But in case of representative, inner all cell are what? Completely filled. Yeah, keep in mind that. These are the inner cell. 1s square, 2s square, 2p6 are the what? Inner cell, and 3s1 is a outer cell. In case of representative elements, inner cell are completely filled. That it take complete electron. Yeah? Electron are completely filled, but in outer cell, electron are not completely filled. Like in K element, if you see that one also, this is what? 2, 8, 1. So this is the innermost elements, cell, which is completely filled by electron, but outermost is not completely filled. So understand or not? Again, I am going to say about that. Representative elements are what? IA, IIA, I third A, IBA, BA, BIA, AIIA, and O group are we call representative element or normal element. Yes, in these representative elements, the innermost cell are completely filled, but outer may not. Yes, incomplete it may be. But in some cases, like in argon, in the silicon, it is completely filled. Yes, keep in mind that. Why I am giving emphasis on this one? Because in transition element, that's a very important question. You know about the variable valencies, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
In case of variable valence mean having more
Two,
than one.
one balance.
uh, in case of transition element, it has a variable valency. And question also very important. Why transition elements have variable valency? And the answer of this one is its penultimate cell has incomplete what? Electron. But in your case of representative, penultimate uh, cell has what? Completely filled electron. Yeah? So in transition element, the electron may be given through the penultimate also. So due to which it gain two valences. In transition elements, it may given through penultimate, that means second last cell also, from the last cell also. It can be donate the electron. So it have about two valences, variable valences. So I am emphasis on this one. So first copy it, and if you have any confusion, you can ask to me. So first copy it now. Make understanding. Keep in mind that if you have any confusion, you can ask now. And keep in memories this one. These are very important later one. Which one are we called? IA group, BIA group, like this one. We have to read again this one. In last only I will show you characteristics. I will teach you. Before this you need this description. Aniket?
Yes, sir.
Why you are not sharing your video?
Sir, on, sir.
but your ceiling is coming. Why on? How on that?
সিলিং চাই না
Now finish to copy. Sagun, any confusion? Neha, any confusion?
No, sir.
Sagun? Sagun, can you hear me? Sagun? Sagun? Can you hear me? Resma?
Yes, sir.
Any confusion?
Yes, teacher. No, sir.
Huh? Your brother?
Yes, sir.
Now can I move? Now the next is the transition elements here.
Yes, sir. I could not hear you.
Now you can.
Yes, sir.
Any confusion?
No, sir.
Rosa, any confusion? Rosa?
Sir.
Now then let's move to transition element. Don't start to copy, keep in mind that. First listen, there are many very important points you have to know in this transition element. Yeah? I'll give time to copy. So here the very important question in here. So first, before this, transition elements are which one? The B group. Keep in mind that these all are the what? B group. IB, IIB, I3B, IBB, PB, PIB, PIIB, and 8 group BII are the what we call transition elements. So yeah, any of the set of metallic elements occupying a central block, that is IIB to PIIB, here to here, and IB to IIB, IB, IIB in the periodic table are we call. Also there's a BII. Here's a, I think here's a about the BII are we call transition elements. Yes, they are we call transition elements. Like you can get their iron, manganese, chromium, copper, zinc, yes, gold, mercury, silver. They are lies in the transition elements, and chemically they consider variable valency. Yes, and they may have a color also. Now this is the very important points. Why do these transition element exhibit variable valences? Yes, I have just now told that in case of representative elements, the innermost cell are what? Completely filled, but outer may be not completely filled. Yes. Instead of this, in case of transition element, the penultimate, keep in mind that penultimate, that second last orbit may be not completely filled. Yes, and that's the outermost also may not be filled. It means in case of transition element, from second last cell also they can give an electron to other elements. They have a chance to give the electron from outermost cell also and from the second last cell also. So due to this reason, they have a what? Variable valency. So here I have given first here. What is the cause of variable valency? First know about that. There are electrons which are present in outermost cell, valence electron. So one or more electron from the core outermost cell may also be lost after the removal of valence electron. Know about this meaning. Yes, it means that from this, after the removal of valence electron, that is from the outermost cell, if all outermost cells are donated, then they have to chance, that is a core outermost mean second last outermost cell. From there also they can be lost the what? Electrons. Yeah, such element therefore indicate why what? Two or more, that's a what? Difference balances. Yeah, so here the main answer is in here. Transition elements have their valence electron in two different set of orbital. It means n minus 1d mean penultimate, second last, and what? Last. Keep in mind that this is second last cell and this is the outermost cell, last cell. So they can donate the electron from this second last also and from the last also. This show the what? Variable valency due to involvement of penultimate mean second last D cell. Now understood or not? Why? Again I am going to say why transition elements have variable valency. Here, for example, I'm going to do of electronic configuration of, I think, copper iron are there, iron 29. Yes, just a second. If you have that's a book, all of you see the page number 187. If you have a book, see the page number 187. Page number 187. See that? In page number 187, you can see that the electronic configuration of copper. Yes, not in the box, in downward, you can see subcell level electronic configuration. 1s square, 126, 2s square, 2p6, 3s square, 3p6, 4s1, 3d10. Yes. If you see in here, 4s1 is incompleted, but the last 3d10 is completed. Yes or no? So this 4s1 must be first. If you read in class 9, the first 4s1 must be completed to go the electron in the D subcell. But there the S subcell is incompleted. Yeah? So this is the symptom of which one? Variable valence. So again, I am going to say variable valency is due to the what? Possibility of donating electron from its last
P
cell
also.
and second last cell. Due to these possibilities, they exhibit what? Variable valencies. Now understood? And this is very important question. Keep in mind, why do transition element exhibit variable valencies? So just you have to memorize that they show the variable valency. Why? Because they have a chances to donate the electron from its outermost cell and second last cell also. It means its second last cell